Hey guys, what's up? So, imagine little old me coming back from a Deadpool 2 screening, coming back to my house, and, well, I find that some of the things have been, moved around. Apparently, I've realized that someone was here while I was not. And, well, one of the first things I noticed was, that I've got, this thing! Just lying here on my table, on my living room table, just out of nowhere. So apparently my mom has been here recently, and she dropped this off while she was here. The monthly loot crate. So without further ado, I'm just gonna unbox this and see what kind of fabulous prizes did I win this week. And, oh, by the way, little disclaimer, I have not checked what's the theme for this month. I believe it's the month of April. I have just decided to not check what's the new theme every month, because, well, first of all, I have a tendency to forget. And second, I just don't care anymore. I just like to be surprised. That's the thing. I just want to be completely surprised. I want to go into these things having known absolutely nothing about it. And I'm just gonna satisfy my little bit of curiosity in 3, 2, 1. Sorry. Wow! Wow! Oh boy! Okay. Let me just pick up my jaw from the floor. Oh my gosh, you guys, you've got to see this thing. First of all, oh my goodness. Wow. First of all, let's start with the figure. Hold on. Bam! I don't know if you can see it from that distance, but it's Frodo Baggins from the Lord of the Rings. It's Frodo! Mr. Frodo Baggins himself. And he's got Sting, and he's got the cloak with the leaf thing, and it's freaking Frodo! Oh my goodness, I feel like a little boy. I don't even like Lord of the Rings that much, and I'm just losing my shit over this thing. Wow. Let's see, there's a bunch of other stuff in this series. There's a Gimli figure, which looks absolutely terrible, by the way. I mean, it looks okay for a How to Train Your Dragon figure, but this is just not Gimli. I don't know who thought this looked like Gimli. There's a Moria Orc, which also doesn't really look that much appealing. There's an Urukai Berserker, which, yeah. And there's Gollum, which kind of looks good. So him and Frodo are the only ones that actually look decent. So, let me just open this thing so I can show you guys the Frodo figure up close, and I can also show you guys a close-up on the box. By the way, this box also has a nice feel to it, with some highlights on the drawing, on the printing itself. And I love the smell of fresh plastic in the morning, and also not in the morning. Oh, that was considerably easy to open. What's this? An instruction manual to an action figure. Let me just put Frodo on the side for a second and see what this thing is. Oh, it's a stand. so he doesn't just fall off. Oh look, there's more. There's Gandalf, which actually looks pretty good. There's Aragorn, which also looks nice. There's a very good looking Legolas with a very weird face. There's Saruman, Galadriel, and Sam, but you don't really see it. You don't have a picture of them because they're I guess they're coming. It says here coming soon, so I guess they're still in production. I guess this is the guy that made them on the back here, and I don't know. Kind of looks nice. And that was my phone telling me he doesn't have much battery left in it. I'll attend to that in a second. Wow. I love the weight of this thing. And the texture itself. It kind of feels like, do you ever have one of those Disney Infinity figures? I've got a bunch of them in my back room over there. And they're awesome. And this one's also, it kind of feels a lot similar to those. Very interesting. Anyway, I love his clothes. He's got a little ring over here, his nice little cape, the detailing on his hair, the printing of the face, and especially I love Sting, what they did with that. And obviously there's a hole on his oversized hobbit foot, so you can put him on this stand right over here. See? Now hold on as I accidentally pressed the mute button. I hope you guys can still hear me right now. Otherwise this video would be completely useless. Anyway, I'm going to put my ring and vanish, and then I'm gonna take my ring off in front of the camera with all this stuff to show you. Are you watching? Right, so that's the end of that, and as you can see, I've also discovered that there's a map of, a semi-map of Middle-earth inside this thing. So, let's see what's next. The T-shirt looks interesting. I wonder what that... Oh my god! Ah! Oh my god! Oh, I love Loot Crate so much. Ah! Wow! Wow! no! There's nothing on the back, and you have no idea why I'm so excited about this, but I mean, it's Thanos sitting on his chair with the Infinity Gauntlet on his hand. And it's comic book Thanos, not the movie Thanos, which is even better. Oh my god, oh, wow, I love this shirt. I'm gonna wear it so proudly. Oh, look at this. You can't see from a distance. Hold on. I'm gonna use my invisible Infinity Gauntlet to just magically transport myself to the front of the camera. Wow, I mean, oh, and look, the areas of the armor have this little gold dust in them, which makes the shirt even better. I mean, wow, I love this thing. Oh wow, let's just get through this. I don't think I can contain myself any further. So, next there's this thing, from Legend of Zelda. It says here, a map of Hyrule. Now, I gotta be honest, I've never actually played a Zelda game. My only connection to the Zelda games, it's not technically not even considered a game, connection, but my grandmother is called, her name is Zelda. That's literally the only connection I have to the world of Zelda. So this map probably isn't gonna speak to me on any kind of level. But let's just open it up. Regardless, yeah. Again, keep in mind I've never actually played a Zelda game, but this looks very nice, very interesting. It might actually end up being another thing for me to frame, like the Lord of the Rings picture I got a few loot crates ago. I'm gonna just magic myself to the front of the camera again and show you this map, because it's really nice. So, very good for wall decoration. Now, this is the pin. Very interesting looking pin. It's I believe it's the Holy Grail from Indiana Jones, even though there's no Indiana Jones logo on this thing, but still, regardless, it does look kind of like the it is a grail of some kind, or a chalice, or something of the sort. I'm going to show you that up close, so you guys can you know, just decide for yourself. Now I'm just going to take a sip. And back again. Now we're getting close to the end of this thing. Now this might be a little disappointing for you guys. This one is The Dark Crystal, the Jim Henson movie. Now I gotta be honest, I never actually watched The Dark Crystal, even though I'm a huge, massive fan of Jim Henson and his amazing puppetry work. I mean, I love the Muppets. I also love Labyrinth. I'm a huge fan, but The Dark Crystal is something I never actually taken the time to watch. I'm gonna correct that problem eventually when I get to it, but for now, let's just operate on the assumption that I have no idea what this thing is. It looks like envelopes, a series of envelopes. Hold on, let me just open this thing. Oh yeah. Wow. I guess it's a series of postcards, because these are the envelopes, and yeah, these are, I guess, a bunch of postcards. It says right here, set of 6 note cards with envelopes. Nothing on the back. Hold on. This thing does open up. Oh, it is. It's a bunch of postcards. It's nice. It's got a nice piece of artwork on the front. Guess a bit of explanation on the back, and in here you can write some stuff. Very useful if you're the sending postcards type. You got some envelopes to send them in. I'm gonna use my yet again my amazing powers of magic to magic myself to the front of the camera so you guys can see every single one of these postcards, and then we'll move on to the final phase in this month's crate. Now, finally, there's with every crate, there's a checklist. I guess the main theme for this month was artifacts. I'm gonna read out loud what it says here. You've heard the stories. They come from distant lands and strange worlds. Powerful objects forged by magic, by ancient creatures. Magic. Capable of aiding you in your quest. Should you use them wisely, uncover these artifacts and find your destiny. And then of course it says everything in here. The Frodo figure, the Thanos shirt, the Dark Crystal postcards, the Zelda map, and it says here an exclusive Loot Crate Chalice pin. It doesn't say if it's doesn't confirm or deny that it's the Holy Grail, but I guess we'll just have to let it slide for a second. Oh my goodness, wow. Just looking at the things that are, I guess in some of the bigger crates, there's this little figure of, yeah, it says right here it's a mega crate. There's a figure of Kratos. There's something related to the Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings. I guess it's a book set, because it's got this little image of a book set of the Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings right next to it. There's something that's related to He-Man and the Master of the Universe. I guess it's a DVD box set of the show. There's, I believe it's an 4K Ultra HD, the Dark Crystal. And there's Thanos sitting on a throne, which looks really awesome, and I'm gonna show it to you guys right now. Right, now we've come to the final part of this unboxing thing, which is the actual crate itself. And now you guys are gonna see exactly why I lost my shit at the beginning. Hold on. It's the Infinity Gauntlet! Yes! And I'm gonna assemble it right now. Hold your horses. All done! Haha! Take that, Thanos! Huh. Who needs an entire 2.5-hour movie just to assemble a stupid gauntlet, right? And I've got it backwards. Hold on. As you can see, this gauntlet is a little bit boxier than usual. I'm afraid that's a bit intentional, as I guess they couldn't, cut an entire gauntlet properly the way it is in the movies, but I guess that's something I'll just have to live with. Not to worry though, I have ordered a real Infinity Gauntlet, and I cannot disclose how much I paid for it, but it's coming. It'll be here next year, I think. But until then, I'll just have to contend with this thing. But I mean, it's no big deal. I mean, I've got my trusty Infinity Gauntlet, oven mitten, and I've got my wool gloves for the winter. But now I have this, another Infinity Gauntlet to add to my collection, I guess you could say. By the way, I was doing that with both my hands, even though you can't see my other hand. But I guess this about wraps things up, literally, for the April loot crate, and that's it. I hope you've enjoyed some of these things. I hope they've inspired you to do your own subscription to Loot Crate at lootcrate.com, and I hope one day Loot Crate notices these videos and keep doing in their name and decide to actually put me on the payroll, because I really am putting a lot of effort into this stuff, and I hope that at least someone up there is watching. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.